You gotta be out by March 15th. I think that gave us like a month and a half to find out where we're gonna go.
I apologize, but I really don't give a.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Decline is a choice, and our leaders are choosing to care about other populations other than Americans. That's just obvious. Our elites, our oligarchs in this nation use America as a tax farm, use us as tax cattle in order to go on adventurism around the world and to welcome the masses of the world into this country without paying any social services, without fighting any of our wars, without building any of the structure or infrastructure that made America great. And they wish to serve them instead of those who actually fought and died for this country. Bringing you nicely along to this article, Korean War veteran Frank Tomorrow, 95, kicked out of his New York nursing home at short notice so it could be turned into a housing for criminal aliens overwhelming the city. Now, New York is a sanctuary city, and so that means that New York is obligated by law, by the law that they voted for, that they created, not by some federal law, because it's illegal to be a sanctuary city federally, obligated in order to pay and provide housing for every criminal migrant that goes there. And I say criminal migrant because American immigration law has been unchanged since 1970. It's illegal to enter America anywhere other than a port of entry. You cannot just walk into America. You're a felon if you do that, actually. Joe Biden helped write those laws. Wild, what changed? More than 200 beds at the Staten Island nursing home were turned over to migrants arriving in New York City. Elderly residents were left scrambling, kicked out, given 6 weeks' notice. 3,000 migrants are now being housed at the Roosevelt Hotel. So this is the kind of country that you're in. Biden Democrats are forcing this man, a war hero who honorably served his nation, who gave everything, who was willing to sacrifice his life for his federal government. And what does he get in return? Well, he gets kicked out, made homeless, so that they could pave the way for a new population, hopefully to give them now permanent power in the country, which is what this is about.
It was very disgraceful what they did to the people in Island Shores. They gave us
Island Shores is the name of the nursing home.
time to get out, but they never said when. And they never said they were going to get us out. And then one day, there's a thing on the board, a notice on the board. You gotta be out by March 15th. I think that gave us like a month and a half to find out where we're gonna go. I thought my suitcases were gonna be on the curb because I'm not that fast. If it wasn't for my daughter, they would have been on the curb. But that's what it happened, and that was it. I said, no, you're not moving me. And they said, yes, we are. And everything was done behind closed doors. Yeah. And we didn't have a chance to actually make any attempt to stop them.
Evil people. The man says, you're not moving me. Yes, we are. He was given weeks to have his suitcase on the curb to make way for undocumented criminal alien illegals whose first act upon entering American soil is to break our laws, get ushered in directly into New York so they can displace these veterans who created, quite literally, physically created the country that we live in today, what's left of it. More than 100,000 undocumented migrants have arrived in New York, crossing the southern border since last year. Eric Adams warned they will destroy the city. He's the Democrat mayor. Well, careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Another 200,000 were recorded crossing the southern border in August. Around 100 hotels have been turned into shelters. 100 hotels have been turned into shelters in New York. The mayor is planning to send an extra $1 billion on hotel accommodations for migrants over the next couple of years while they're cutting the city's services. The migrant crisis has evolved into a financial boondoggle with quietly extended contracts fattening the pockets of a few at the taxpayers' expense, says Democratic Queens Councilman Robert Holden. Oh, really? Have you said anything about Joe Biden? Proposed budget cuts to pay for the criminal migrants. $2 billion in education. Oh, really? $1.4 billion in social services, homeless services, fire department, city hospital. So New York City is cutting the fire departments. City landmarks turned into shelters. Look at this. Here they are. And this is, I think, one of the places on Staten Island here, where the nursing home, where the veteran was kicked out. This is so sick. I tweeted it this morning. It's got 1.2 million views, 8,000 retweets, 18,000 likes. So disgusting. It's been covered, of course, only by places like Fox News. This is what you get when you vote for a Biden Democrat. A vote for a Biden Democrat is a vote to make 95-year-old American heroes homeless. This is evil. Evil, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, in case you're wondering, these people are not migrants, even economic migrants. These people are conquest migrants. They wish to conquer America. This is why Venezuelan flags fly on our border now. Not on our border, on sovereign American soil. Sovereign American soil. Military-aged men from Venezuela plant a massive Venezuelan flag in a conquered land. A land that man, Frank from New York, helped keep free. Now it is being conquered, and foreign flags are flying on our soil. Frank fought to make sure that couldn't happen, but now it is happening at the behest and encouragement of our ruling class. They're excited for it. Texas has declared an invasion on the southern border. You're allowed to declare an invasion if the federal government is allowing your state to be invaded. The U.S. Constitution won ratification by promising states that the federal government shall protect them against invasion. They're not doing that. So now Texas is declaring an invasion. Texas is also sending a ton of migrants to New York because, well, if you're a sanctuary city, then you have to pay for housing for these people. Those are your laws. So you're getting what you wished for. 15,000 in New York City, 3,000 in Philadelphia, 12,000 to D.C., 9,000 to Chicago. New York City is going to pay billions of dollars for illegal criminal migrants. I mean, it's insane. But again, you're getting exactly what you voted for here. Okay? You're getting what you voted for. AOC, by the way, for her part, is unable to even walk down the streets of New York any longer without being screamed at.
The American dream. We believe
Listen to this.
in it. And we will fight for it. With that,
yes, and
Close the border.
I think that there are 3 points
They're
of
screaming.
consensus here that are very important in getting a solution to this issue. The first is that there is consensus here across geography and states on increased federal resources to cities and municipalities dealing with this issue. The second is to allow for work authorization
Listen to
so
that.
that folks in here can get to work and start supporting themselves as soon as possible.
Look at that. AOC, by the way, listen to what she's saying. It's hard to hear because she's being screamed at so loudly. But listen to what she's saying. She's saying we need more federal money, and then we need these people to be made American citizens as soon as possible so that they can get voting cards. Here's what Donald Trump has to say about this. New border security will work for food. Problem solved. And what does Joe Biden have to say about it? Well, not much, but the polling says everything.
Announcing there were more than 232,000 migrant encounters at the southern border in August, the highest monthly total this year. The president says his policies are working.
We put in place policies that process people in a fair and fast way.
But our poll shows only 23% approve of his handling of the situation.
Why would 23% approve of Joe Biden's handling of the situation? Well, because Joe Biden doesn't care about you. Joe Biden doesn't care about that poll. Joe Biden cares about Ukraine. Joe Biden is paying the salaries of 57,000 first responders in Ukraine, along with people who work at fashion stores, people who knit all day, schools and farms. This is what your taxpayer dollars are going to pay for. So as your cities degrade and as your nation collapses, remember, the children of Ukraine are living fat off your tax dollars and off of the sacrifice of men like this. Yeah. That's what your government cares about. Your government does use America essentially as a fat cattle tax farm in order to fund what they wish to see around the world, which is total and complete invasion. This is what it looked like on a Spanish beach, a D-Day level invasion. Frank tomorrow was around to remember D-Day. This is what it looked like in Spain. It's not a border crisis. It's a plot. It's not immigration. It's an invasion. It's not spontaneous. It's coordinated. Western civilization will be gone within a generation. Our grandkids will hate us. Yeah, a D-Day style invasion on the beaches of Spain. The governments could stop it in a moment. But they won't. Why? Well, I guess they'll have to answer for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Benny. We're here to stop the communism that is allowing for this destruction and this destabilization of our societies. It is truly evil. It is evil to kick out 95-year-old war veterans onto the street. There's no other word for it. We got to end it. Like, share, and subscribe to help us.